guys, this is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. Guess what? We're all the way in Dallas, Texas. Yes, Dallas, Texas. We're hanging out with the Minnie's Food Pantry. They've been in existence for 10 years. The thing is the power of one. If you can't feed many, guess what? You can just feed one. We want you to sit back and relax and share this information with somebody else. Because the thing about it is, one thing we should be able to do is help somebody when they need something. Not doing it because, we want them to feel bad, but we want to show them that we love them and truly love them. But sit back and relax. This is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday.
Good evening. Now, I will tell you, I am the president of Paul Quinn College, which is a historically black college. So we come out of the black church tradition. The black church tradition is a call and response tradition. Your response was not working. So let's try this again. Good evening. Much better. We are here tonight to celebrate an amazing woman. We first met Cheryl Action Jackson at Paul Quinn College because Jan Miller runs a speaker series, sponsors a speaker series at our school called Voices That Matter. And one of the voices that matters is Cheryl Action Jackson. Cheryl came to speak to our students and completely transformed the place. Not just because she started giving out money, but she told her story. She bonded with our students. She made them understand that there are people out there that care. Now, we're an institution that believes in the idea of we over me. The needs of a community supersede the wants of an individual. Minnie's Food Pantry understands that notion. We are bonded over the issue of food insecurity because we are an institution that terminated our football program and turned our football field into a farm. Which frankly sounds pretty cool until you realize Cheryl donated 7 million meals. We've got some work to do. But as the president of the institution, every now and then my staff brings to me applications for admission that are truly remarkable. One day we got an application for admission from someone named Cheryl Jackson. I thought, could this be my friend Cheryl? I read the application. I read the letter of recommendation from Tony Flair, and I realized that this is indeed my friend Cheryl Action Jackson. So as the president of the college, I have a little bit of pull. So there was never a question as to whether or not she was going to be admitted. Where my gift comes in is that, Cheryl, you do so much for everyone else. You give selflessly, you give tirelessly. You give until you cannot give anymore. And that is a gift. So, what we thought is maybe it was time to give you something. So, I am pleased tonight to introduce to you not just Cheryl Action Jackson, but Cheryl Action Jackson, who this fall will be a student at Paul Quinn College with a full scholarship.
inspiring to serve others, which is what we're all called to do, right? And look at what happened. Look at what happened. You know, I received an honorary doctorate, and the very wise woman said to me, she said, "When did you become a doctor?" And I felt kind of crazy. I'm like, dang, she right. Because becoming a doctor, there's a lot of work you have to do, right? And so I started telling people, take that off my thing. But I'm going to enter into college, and later on, maybe I will really become a doctor of something, right? And you're thank you. So I'm excited about this. What a journey this will be, and I accept the challenge. I'm Cheryl Action Jackson. Of Minnie's Food Pantry. And y'all know I don't ever do a script. So y'all gotta just flow with me because there's some things that I have to say. They're like, sure, you gotta say this, you gotta say that. And I like to say what my heart tells me to say. What my heart is saying right now is that it is so full. My soul is overwhelmed right now. It's overwhelmed because when I started this journey, I started it because my father had passed away. And when he passed away, I looked at my mom, and what happened was I was watching this woman, her name was Oprah Winfrey. Have y'all heard of her? So I was watching her show, and they said, have Oprah inspired you to do something? I was like, yeah. And they said, well, write in and tell us what she inspired you to do. Now you should know at that time that I was the face of Helen's House. That was my grandmother. And we were feeding people underneath her name. And it was on behalf of my mother. My grandmother had passed away. So when I wrote into the Oprah Winfrey Show, to my surprise, they finally called me. And they said, we love your story so much, we actually want to spotlight it. OMG. So my mother, she was my neighbor, so we ran across the street. I ran across the street. I said, oh, you won't believe it. Oprah, if they find out, I'm going to get to see her, y'all. I'm going to get to see her, right? And they hired a production company who came into my house. And all of a sudden, I would hear my mom just going, and she was just crying. And I kept looking over, and the moment that I was trying to take in, I really couldn't take it in because I heard the tears of my mother. And my mother kept just saying, I wish my mom was here to see this. I wish my mom was here to see this. And so I looked at my mom after they did this interview. This is why Oprah's so important to me, because it was pivotal moments in my life that she just made me do something bigger, and I had to take a bold move. And I looked at my mother in the eye, and I said, Mom, I said, I'm going to have to walk away from being the face of your mom's charity. And I said, I need to honor you. And my mom looked at me and she said, oh, you can't do this. I promised my mother that the world would know her name. And I said, I understand that. I said, but you're over here crying. You're saying you wish your mother was here. And I said, I never want to say those words. I never do. But tonight, I want to say that. I wish my mother was here. Because tonight, although she's not here, I feel her presence in every one of you, and I say thank you. I feel it. And so I started this journey of feeding the hungry. And I didn't really know what I was going to do. I just know that I had to start the journey. And someone said, why did you do it? I'll tell you why I did it. Because I had two beautiful sons right there. They still beautiful, y'all. They still beautiful. Don't they look good? Don't they look good? Right? And I had one handsome husband. I can't see very well, but I know he's sitting 6 steps right there. I know that's who he is. And I had a wonderful husband who was working so hard to take care of us, but we just couldn't make ends meet. And that's why I chose to feed the hungry. Because when I walked into that government office and they called me by a number, and there were mamas crying and babies crying and men looking bewildered. And then they gave me this bag because they said, because you and your husband actually work, you make just a little bit too much money to receive food stamps. But I was grateful for that bag until I got home and I opened it up, and I remember just going down the side of the wall because I couldn't even make a meal. So not only was I treated like a number, but now I have this bag where I can't even feed somebody. And so I remember that, but life got better for me. It did. I began to work with this man. His name was Emmett Smith. He's in the house, y'all. Emmett Smith. And then for some reason, Fox chose me to be the correspondent for the Oscars for some crazy reason. And so I got to walk the red carpet and I got to do all these interviews. And so I thought to myself, what could life be like if a person who needs something as simple as a meal, right? As simple as a meal, could literally walk the red carpet to receive that meal. And what could it be like if they had the house that my mother had, where she had 9 kids in the house, and even though we didn't have any radio, she made us sing heavenly choir songs. So what would it be like if we had created music that's piped throughout the entire place? And what would it be like even if I had someone standing at that door saying it's okay? Because when they walk in, you must know this, they are looking down. They are looking down because they're the executive that maybe his salary was cut in half and he was living all the way to the top of his salary, and now he's found himself at Minnie's Food Pantry. But he looks down to a red carpet, he looks up to someone who understands where he's been, and they tell him, I am here to walk this journey with you. Yes, sir, yes, sir, we walk the journey. We walk the journey. And so we started Minnie's Food Pantry with just 2 cans of corn and a whisper from God, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But what I did know is that Miss Minnie hung on you and taught me, whatever you do it with all your heart. You do it with all your might, and you give the best that you have. That's who she is. There she is, Miss Minnie. Come on now, come on. Because as we begin to walk this journey, there are some people who started bringing me items, and they would bring me stuff that was expired, and they would get so mad at me for it because I told them, why are you giving me expired food? Would you give this to the person that you love? And people look, I said, well, bring me what you want me to give to your mama if you like her, then you bring me that. Right? And so then I started calling the Walmarts, I started calling Starbucks, and I know Chuck O'Reilly is here, and I started calling McDonald's, and I said, when these people are seated, we want to give them a meal while they're waiting. Starbucks, they can't afford your coffee, but you can give it to me and I'll give it to them. And people began to answer the call. And tonight you're here because you answered the call, baby. I would not be here today without a lot of you, and I can't name you one by one, but know that we put your names outside and we put your names all over this place. And I said, type every single person, whether they paid a ticket or came by way of invite. I wanted their names to be on the screens because I wanted you to know how important you are to the mission of Minnie's Food Pantry. And yes, I know you didn't come here just to see me. I ain't crazy because you weren't here last year. But that's okay. We did this journey, and every time we did this journey, Lynette would tell you, where's Eric? I don't know where she's sitting. And Erica would tell you, and my staff would say, every time I came in, y'all, I did this thing. I said, Oprah's coming. And everybody's like, she is? I said, yeah, because I dreamed this. I really literally dreamed this. Because I've been called a fanatic of Miss Oprah Winfrey's, you know. She cray. I really told Oprah, I said, I really feel like Noah when he said it's going to rain, but it never rained. And so everybody laughed at him. You know, then those doors shut. Well, you know, last week when we said sold out, them doors shut. But I'm telling you, y'all, this journey that we're going on, it's not an easy journey. This 10 years has not been easy. As Jan said, I suffered so many losses. But along the way, I found out that I was being built for something so strong. I remember saying that I wanted to shut down Minnie's Food Pantry. And my sister said to me, she said, Cheryl, you named Minnie's after our mom, but God gave you this. And you can't shut down what God has opened up. You can't. Died. My mother loved and made me watch Touched by an Angel all the time, all the time. I'm like, girl, Mom, I'm so young, why you making me watch Touched by an Angel? And she said, child, this woman is not acting. She loves the Lord. She loves the Lord. And so how ironic that once my mother passed away and I decided to go outside and go to an event, I see, and I'm always curious, if I see security, somebody important's in the room. And I'm going to get in that room because I'm supposed to be there. That's my thought. I'm supposed to be everywhere security is protected. I'm supposed to be that person. And so I see Mark and I see Roman. And I see Mark, and Mark don't know what he's doing, but he just summons me right on in. He said, come on in. I said, oh, he don't know what he just did. loved you. And I was in a place where I was so depressed. And she said, well, oh, really? I said, yes. I said, she told me you wasn't acting. And she said, I wasn't, baby. I prayed all the time. And my mother was a prayer warrior. So I stood by her and she said, give me your hand. Tell her I said thank you. And it was at that moment I started crying. I said, she was my angel and she just passed away. I said, she always gave me a birthday present. Who will be my angel? Who will give me my hug? And she literally stood up and she opened up her arms, and I was literally touched by an angel. And I thank you, Lord. I did. She and her husband, they took action. They said, we are going to give in loving memory of your mom. And on my birthday, I got one little ding and it said, Minnie, you just got a donation. And I looked down, I was driving, and I almost had a wreck because it was $50,000 for one day. Oprah always talking about ugly cry. So when I received this donation, there was an email. So I did this video just crying, telling them thank you, right? And so then the next day, it went ding, you got $50,000, this time from Mark Burnett. So maybe it was my ugly cry that made him do it again. So I sent another video out, and in response, guess what? They're here tonight. Because you're on the journey. And so I want you to travel on a journey with me and imagine if we've already provided 7.3 million meals, imagine what it's going to be like when we can double that by the year 2025. Come on, y'all. Imagine again what life is going to be like when we're able to not only just give them a healthy meal, but also train the people that come to Minnie's. We partner with the Bank of America and they teach us financial literacy. And we partner with dietitians who not only do we give them a meal, but they literally teach them how to cook the meals in a healthy way. And I have this really radical, crazy dream. On this past week, I went back to the home that Miss Minnie and that we grew up with. It was something so powerful about it. Let me tell you why. Because on the entire street, there were no houses. Every home was condemned, except for the home that Miss Minnie Hawthorne Young lived in. Yeah. Now wait a minute. I don't even want you to clap about that now. I really don't. Let me tell you why. We're going to clap when we raise the money because I want to restore that house. And I want to make sure the Bible says charity begins at home and then it spreads abroad. And my mother lived on Bunnyview and Prosperity Street, but there was nothing rich about where she lived. And when I stood on those streets and I saw people walking by and single mothers with their babies and grandmothers with their grandbabies, I said, I got to come back where I started from. And I got to make sure these people receive the same healthy meals that they receive in Plano. I need to make sure we go back to where Miss Minnie was and they get it in her same namesake on the same street that she lived. And so tonight when we do the ask, all I ask is that whatever you can give, on whatever level you can give, that you give it. And I say thank you. I say thank you to my teacher, Emmett. I say thank you to Pat. I say thank you to Kevin. To all the people at this table. I say thank you to Tori Katrina Hunter, who took us to 1 million meals because you supported us. Because you have to understand something. Don't clap. Just let me speak. Don't even clap because I know you want to clap. And I want you to clap, but I can't let you clap because Oprah's here. Y'all see Oprah? Oprah's here. So I don't want you to clap because I need you to understand this. Without your support, Oprah would not be here. Understand this. Shh. Without your support, whether you came and you volunteered, whether you donated $1, whether you were like Jim Lentz who responded to my 1,000 emails that I sent and said, I will find you and you will give us a vehicle to drive, and now we have 2 of them. Whether you were like Jersey Mike's who said, you know what? Oprah's favorite sandwich is number 7, and I want to give it to her. I said, you can, but it's going to cost you. He gave us $100,000 so that he can give it. Whether you invite the world champion, Mr. Floyd Mayweather, I think tonight is going to be another knockout for you tonight. pleasure and the privilege of introducing a lady that I've watched for over 25 years. Many of you have watched as well. I watched and I learned. I watched and I recorded. I watched and I said, if I can just be 1/3 as good as her. Because see, this woman right here, that's Miss Minnie. And although she didn't have the millions of dollars, this woman came from the hood to, as Johnny Wimber said, to doing good. From the hood to doing good. And so the only thing that she had, whether it was $100, she would give it back, another 100. So she gave at the level in which she was at. And so as we do the ask tonight, that's what I'm going to ask. That you give at the level in which you were asked. And I know Miss Minnie is up at Hollow because she used to rub my hair and say, don't worry, baby, Oprah's coming. She's coming. And I would put that name plate out, Miss Winfrey, one year, and I would ask her in 2012, you coming? She said, no. I said, well, hey, because she did look nice about it the next year. I said, Miss Winfrey, this show, I've been feeding the hunger. You coming? No. I said, no, Miss Winfrey, now we don't pay over 3 million people. I'm your student. I have learned from you. You coming? No. I said, oh, God, what will it take? Then I realized what it took. It took someone believing, like I believe tonight, that we're going to do something extraordinary in this room. It took someone like Miss Minnie to go to heaven, to scream in God's ear, my daughter is feeding the hungry, and she needs some help. And God sent all of you in this room, to help us. You were chosen. Many are called, but few are. You just think by chance you got up in here. There were a lot of people, if I let you see my phone, that wanted to be in this place tonight. But you are here to experience something that I've experienced so many times. And at every different pivotal point in my life, Miss Winfrey has been there. When Mark Burnett donated to me, I literally kept going, but I stopped. I'll be honest, Oprah, I stopped. I was sitting in the bed with my pajamas on, and I was looking up to the heavens, and I was crying. And I said, Lord, if I'm supposed to do this, please show me a sign. Literally, within 30 seconds, I had a direct message from Oprah. It said, I did not know your mother passed away. I'm going to donate $100,000 in her memory. That was my sign. That was and the privilege with Miss Minnie looking over my shoulder. She told me, Mama, you said she was coming. You told me she was coming. And Mama, I'm telling you right now, to my left sitting in seat number 7, which means a number of completion, she is here.
It happened. Girl, you can talk. I thought I could talk, but you can talk. A girl can talk, Kevin. A girl can talk. This really is a miracle. Let me tell you why. It's a miracle because I don't leave home. Unless I have to or I want to. Because I've earned the right to do exactly what I want to do. And that is what I wish for you and everybody in this room. That's what real freedom is like. I did a movie years ago called Beloved, and there was a line in the movie that was written by the estimable Toni Morrison that said, freedom is waking up in the morning and deciding for yourself what to do with the day. You get to decide. So I get to decide because I'm a free woman. I get to decide what I want to do with my time and where I want to put my energy and where I want to be used, because my consistent prayer since I was a little bitty girl, and I thought God and Santa Claus were kind of the same. They both were keeping a list and checking it twice, except God's list was longer and he knew what you did all the time, and Santa just knew some of the stuff. I have always had the prayer of use me. How can I be used? So that prayer has carried me throughout my life. The reason I am born, raised in Mississippi, which was an apartheid state. Hello, Mississippi. I see you got out too. That's right. We're all just happy we got out. But my prayer, since I was a little girl, and my concept of God was, you know, the man with the white beard, was use me, my prayer. And because one of the reasons I have grown to be who I am in the world is because my grandmother went to church every Sunday, every Wednesday, prayer, service, choir practice, Friday night, Saturday, BTU training, the whole thing. We lived in the church, okay? And I happened to believe, I just believed, because I didn't have any television, and there was obviously no internet, social media, and all that stuff, but actually no connection to anybody. Raised on a farm in Mississippi, no running water, no electricity, which makes it so great when you have 6 bathrooms. It's wonderful when you grow up. Now you have running water and lots of bathrooms. It's wonderful. But I actually believed when I sat in front of the church every Sunday and they would preach that you were God's child. I actually believed that. So much so that when I left Mississippi, got out, and first went to kindergarten and walked into kindergarten, there were all these little white kids doing their ABCs. I was like, this ain't happening. I wrote my kindergarten teacher, Miss New, a letter when I was in Milwaukee. Thank you. Got out.
Hi, you guys. This is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. I know you enjoyed this. You know I love Oprah Winfrey, and I know you do as well. And all of the amazing things that we brought just for you, and you. Please check out Minnie's Food Pantry. Support them, volunteer, whatever you can do. The thing about it is you can do that in your local community as well. Help somebody else to move forward in life. You know how to get in contact with us. But you know what the thing is? We want to let you know that you do have a calling. You do have a reason you were born. You're not a mistake. You got to do the 3 things. You got to believe, you got to trust, and you got to walk it out. This is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. See you next time. Bye-bye.